bloody me, I'm back, bitches. What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are here for some more Need for Speed Payback news, as today we have some pretty huge news on a patch which is dropping, as well as an expansion or DLC which is coming very, very soon. Now, firstly, I just want to say, shut up, Lucas. And I also want to say that don't worry, like, gameplays will be coming back soon. I'm sorry for the kind of break I've taken over these past few days. I've just been really busy. Videos are going to go back to normal after this, but I just wanted to quickly say that, since I imagine a lot of people are probably going to end up watching this video. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this article, which outlines everything that you need to know about this update, which is dropping later on next week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this. So the first thing you need to know is that all of this content drops on December the 19th. So in this patch, we're going to get a bunch of things like customization and new cars as well, new free cars that didn't actually make its way from 2015 into Payback for whatever reason. We're going to get those cars through this abandoned cars mode. Now, how it was explained is that cars will randomly show up on the map for limited time, and it's your job to find them, lose the police, and then take them back to like some type of checkpoint to actually get the car. They're only available for limited time, so it's first come, first serve, and if you don't get it, I assume that's kind of it for the car, really. Think of it as kind of like Forzathon. Forzathon does a very similar thing. You have to do a challenge. If you complete the challenge, you get the car. It's a very, very similar kind of like idea in that way, except in this time, it's very Need for Speed-esque. You've got to lose the cops in what I assume is kind of like a bait crate-esque mission, and then you get the car. The first car, which we're going to go ahead and get, is the RX-7, or for those that want to know, the FD RX-7, so the one that was the most popular one, basically. There's a bunch of cars which are actually going to be kind of given out during this period. So we've got the Volvo Amazon P130 and Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. Those are just to mention a few. If you want to go ahead and look at the full car list of cars that are going to be in this abandoned cars mode, you can look down in the description. And I assume they're probably going to tease this on their social medias, so it's probably a good idea to go ahead and follow some social medias from Need for Speed if you don't already. But to be honest, what's the most interesting thing about all of this is the new mode or kind of DLC which is coming along with this, called Speed Cross. Now, I do want to say that this is free for everyone who got the deluxe edition. It was part of the deluxe edition package, but as well as that, you can buy this separately, so it is going to be a paid DLC, which kind of confirms our thoughts that, you know, they're going to be doing a mix of paid DLC and free DLC, which is cool to see, as long as, you know, free DLC is there for the player. I don't really mind too much, but I just thought I'd mention that before we actually get into what this is all about. So it seems like they're keeping the old characters, and they're kind of going in their own little story mission through these Speed Cross events. So Rav and Mac make a return in this mode. By the seams of things, you start off in some type of Mini Cooper, and then you have to progress eventually, and, you know, Rav lets you use it, and then you compete in these Speed Cross events. These Speed Cross events basically just consist of like you driving around and drifting and breaking things. It's basically Gymkhana is the best way of explaining it. If you watch the gameplay down in the description from the trailer, it will make a lot more sense. But you've got breakables, you've got jumps, you've got speed kind of traps, you've got drift modes, and essentially you just got to beat them all pretty much. With this mode comes 16 new events based all around the map, as you would kind of expect, and 2 new cars are added with this DLC. So you have the Countryman JCW, as well as an Infiniti Q60S, which we've seen in the trailer. And that pretty much rounds it up for the DLC. There's going to be more to come on this in the next coming days, so I'm not going to speak too much about that, but it's pretty cool. The link to the trailer will also be down in the description if you want to go ahead and read that for yourself. Next thing we have is Bmw M Performance Parts. Now, if you guys, you know, are BMW fans, you will know that a lot of the newer cars actually have M Performance Parts which you can put on the cars. So I'm pretty sure these things vary from, you know, like fenders, spoilers, all types of things. So pretty much all the BMW cars in this game will have more customization options available. I'm actually going to list the cars which are getting these kind of updates. So you've got the M4, the M5, the X6M, the M2, and they have a bunch of options between them. So front bumpers, rear bumpers, grills, side skirts, fenders, all those things. And again, the full list to all of this will be down in the description. Now, not only this, there's a lot in this. And to be honest, there's one thing which is missing, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But first, we need to go ahead and talk about Speedless and wheel support. So drift events are now coming to Speedless. That's something which has been listed in the thing. So that's also coming on December the 19th for those that are interested. So now you can use your Hurricanes in Speedless as well. And finally, the last thing is wheel support. So they've officially partnered with Logitech. So the G920 and the G920O will now work with Need for Speed. Bit of an issue with this. I'm actually gonna grab this. Boys, it doesn't really work like that. So I guess I won't be using my wheel then. And that's it for this huge update. So there's a lot coming with this, to be honest, but I've got a few worries about this update as a whole, and a few kind of criticisms that I would actually like to point out from this. Number one, we're still going to have the same issue which we have now once this kind of speed cross thing is done. Speedless is still going to be broken. There's no online free roam. and there's still no endgame. Those are my main issues with this update. It doesn't really fix any of the problems which we had with Need for Speed. My main issue was there's no online free roam. And whatever the reason is, it's obviously a deeper issue than we think, because otherwise they probably would have added it in this update. But it just, yeah, it doesn't fix any of the problems I really have. Once we've completed this story mode, this speed cross expansion, we're going to be back to square one, and we're going to have nothing to do in the game. That's the reason why I honestly haven't been playing as much Payback as I really want to, because I want to play Payback, and I want to be invested. But unlike 2015, where I can drift with friends and I can just fuck around in the map, I can't really do that so much in this game. And that's something which is a bit disappointing. I just hope that online free roam comes soon. I hope that, a lot of our prayers with the balancing and all those types of things get fixed soon, because those are the biggest issues for me, and those are the reasons why I don't play as much Payback as I really wanted to. Funnily enough, the Xbox year in review kind of came out today, and I'm going to completely ramble on, so if you are here for the Payback information, that's all there is. But I just kind of want to ramble on because I thought this was a bit interesting. If I actually get up my year in review, my most played game is Rainbow Six. Now keep in mind this was in 2017, so Need for Speed Payback, or any Need for Speed for that matter, didn't even release this year, so I just want to make that abundantly clear. But Rainbow Six is my first played game, which isn't surprising. I kind of expected that. Number 2 is Need for Speed 2015. Number 3 is Horizon. There's a reason why I played so much 2015 this year, even though that game was 2 years old. It's because, the fact we could go online, replayability, autolog is one of those things which still keeps me coming back to Payback. But the end game needs to be improved with the next patch. I've already done a review, and again, the link to that will be down in the description. But the main problem with Payback is the multiplayer and the replayability. There is hardly any, and I really hope this gets solved for patch 2. Other than that, I'm really interested to see what's going on with these M Performance Parts. I'm interested to see all these cars. The RX-7 is a car which I really, really want to see. I know that there was a lot of fitment issues in the last game, so it's going to be interesting to see what the RX-7's like on bags. But, I just kind of wanted to rant for a bit because there is still underlying issues, which I thought I'd address. Or at least attempt to address, because it is important. It really honestly is, and it's one of those things that I really do hope is solved in patch 2. But with that being said, that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow for a Carbon Challenge series. Let's play. That's been it from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.